Hola, ¿cómo estás? So today I'm up, feeling great. Okay, I'm feeling great. And I'm grateful for this time that I'm going through right now. Y'all know how I am. I like to be transparent with my life because I feel like you don't see a lot of Christians that, will let you come on their journey with them. A lot of times we speak from victory, but we don't speak the journey towards victory. And I want to be that Christian that does that because, you're lame if you don't. Like, what are you saying? I mean, hello. No, but we just, that's what we need in today's time. This is what I believe. Okay. But anyway, so I'm grateful for this time that I'm in. And what I'm talking about is my singleness. Okay. And, dealing with the woes of dating and liking people and waiting for your mate and stuff like that. It ain't no joke. It ain't no joke, folks, okay? It ain't no joke. And so basically I woke up feeling good because I'm feeling grateful because I'm single. My forehead is extra greasy. I woke up feeling grateful because I'm single. I woke up feeling grateful because of the situations that I've been able to go through during this process. I woke up grateful because through all of, the feeling impatient, feeling defeated, feeling, like, God, where he at though? I still have joy and I still, have hope and I still, there's something that I'm looking forward to in life. And I'm not talking about, just, meeting my husband. I'm just talking about life, period. Like, I'm just looking forward to life, So, one of the things that God is teaching me in this time period is patience. Whew. And let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. When you ask God to help you to be patient, he be trying your patience, okay? He puts you in situations where you have to be patient. And you have no choice but to be patient, okay? So that's really the hard part, is learning how to trust God and learning how to be patient. Even while learning, you don't want to be, but you have no choice but to be, and getting to the point. Basically, a lot of this journey in this walk with Christ is coming to the end of yourself. I feel like every lesson that God tries to teach us, it's always, okay, are you done? Like, are you done trying to run your life? Like, are you done? Have you come to the end of yourself? Because now that you've come to the end of yourself, now I can really work with you. You know what I'm saying? I could really shape and mold you because you finally humbled yourself to the fact that you don't know everything. You aren't me, meaning you aren't God. And I know what's best for you. So thank you for allowing, for finally humbling yourself because you didn't know what you was doing in the first place. Okay. So now that we're ready, let's get this. Let's get to it. So, but yeah, so me kind of being stubborn and just really letting the struggles that I deal with really kind of dictate to me how I should act. Like, bruh, being single is not easy, especially when you want to live right for God. Like, it's hard to be like, okay, God, yeah, like, okay, I want to be right. I want to live right. I don't want to have sex before marriage, but I don't have a husband to take all my frustration out on, sexually. And I just have to kind of like let this, I shouldn't say frustration, or I should say this energy, this sexual energy that I have, I don't have anybody to do that with. And you've given me this desire, this sexual desire, and I have to like not act on these desires that you have given me. Like, come on, what are you doing? And so when someone comes along that you like and you're actually like digging, you've got to practice self-control. And that's hard. You know what I'm saying? That's really hard. And so for me, I've met certain dudes and I've met, people that, bruh, like, let's get it right now. Okay? And, definitely, I guess, not only that, like, being patient with waiting, on who your husband is supposed to be. One of the things that I will say about this journey is, it's that's another part that's kind of hard. So it's like, God told me my husband is coming, right? So I know he's coming or whatever. No, he's coming. But the issue is where he at though, right? So waiting for that and having to not let how I feel for people or how I feel about, someone that I like, and I'm having to wait. I'm having to like wait on God. So like, for instance, back in 2016, met this dude, and this was before I, decided to like walk with God, and I met this dude, and he was pursuing me, okay? So, my traditional way, I thought, yeah, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So I thought that since he saw me as a wife or whatever, then that was my husband or whatever, or could potentially be my husband. So anyways, fast forward, long story short or whatever, he wasn't my husband or whatever. And, I rushed into things. And I remember, one of my leaders at the time, she told me, she was like, take your time. Like, be his friend. Get to know him. She said, even do your research about him. Look him up on Google. Like, she was legit, bro. Like, she wasn't playing. And I really do feel like that was God talking to me through her. Take your time. Like, get to know him. Be his friend. So that, situation crashed and burned. And he wasn't the one or whatever. And now I'm in another situation where I'm digging this dude or whatever. And yes, bruh, it's been trying. It's been definitely a big, huge test. And I've even failed a couple of times trying to do things my own way. And thank God that God has intervened, in a lot of situations, because if it was left up to me, probably would have been pregnant by now. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing. But you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So, because I haven't been able to get what I want and do what I want, it's teaching me to kind of like, wait on God, and not only that, but, dealing with, this particular person is teaching me self-worth. Not only self-worth, but helping me to remember God's promises and not be so eager to rush to the altar with someone who you don't even know is yours to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And you still have to like rely on the fact that what God told you, that, you know, he made a promise to you, and what he said is going to happen. And this is another thing that I want to tell people too. Like, another reason why you don't want to rush with people is because you don't want to rush to be with nobody that is not yours. Because let's just say y'all do get married or whatever. How much time have you wasted because you wanted to be in a relationship so bad? You know? And for me, because I wasted 6+ years in a previous relationship with someone, I was like, and I talked to God and I said, God, look how many years I wasted trying to get someone to love me, and all along you were trying to get me to love you. You know what I'm saying? And just in a short period of time of me getting to know God in this year, a little over a year and a half, almost 2 years, I've grown so much just by saying yes to God. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too that I wanted to highlight, because I'm gonna just be real, you know, a lot of times it's easy. Like if you're not used to practicing self-worth, if you're not used to practicing self-control and patience, then you will try your best to get the wrong person to love you. And this person may have their stipulations of what they want. And here you are trying to fit the mold of what they want. And I'm going to just be real. You know, I'm at a point in my life where, bruh, if I'm not if I ain't what you want, then please don't waste your time trying to deal with me. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes no, like, if your desire is to have a woman that can cook, clean, and she's a clean person, meaning she's tidy, she keeps everything clean in her house and all that stuff. And I'm gonna be real with you, I cook and I do know how to clean, but I'm not the most tidy person. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not the most tidy. I really am not, because I just don't like cleaning. I'm not gonna let my house look like a hoarder where you just got dirt everywhere and boo stains. No, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just not. Look, I'll be honest. I expect one day to have maids. I really do. That's just how much I don't like cleaning. You know what I'm saying? So if I ain't what you want, and if I'm not your cup of tea, don't waste your time trying to get to know me. And you already have what you have in your heart, you know, of who you want to be with. You know, same thing for me. Like, I'm not going to stress trying to be with somebody who has X, Y, and Z, and they're trying to put me in that mode. It's just not going to fit, bruh. It's not going to fit. So for me, I'm going to be who I am. I love God, and I made the decision to allow God to shape and mold me and prune me and all that good stuff. I am allowing the Holy Spirit to work in my life, changing me. But I'm not going to change when you want me to change. I'm not going to change how you want me to change. So if there's certain qualities about me that you're just not feeling or digging, you might as well just keep on moving. Because it makes no sense for you to settle for someone that you know you don't want to be with. And you over here wasting your time because you may have chemistry, or because you may be feeling that person. Hey, you may actually like this person. Like, I actually do like being around this person. But there's still that hesitation, or that's like, I'm not really all in, you know. And for me, I'm going to just be real. Like, type of person that I am, I'm all in or all out or whatever. And that's not to say that That's not to say that that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think, for me, I am who I am today. Now, if you're willing to walk with me through my my transformation, then great. And if you're not, then the door's right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the door's right there. And I think that's one of the things of why I'm happy today, why I woke up in a great mood, because at the end of the day, I know I'm valued by him. I know I'm valued by God. And God has already given me a promise, that my husband is coming. So any dude that I may meet in between time, and if they're not my husband, I'm not going to stress, or I can't allow myself to stay in a mode of anxiety and stress because they may not see me as their wife. Like, I'm coming more into the knowledge of, Nina, you can't force no dude to see you as his wife, or really and honestly, you can't force no dude to commit to you. Like, when you think about marriage and stuff, that is a commitment. It is a commitment for better or for worse. A lot of us, we look on Instagram and we look on social media and we look at the better, but we don't factor in the worse. And when you decide to get married to somebody, you have to factor in better and worse, richer and poor. And a lot of us, we say we want to get married, but really we still have a boyfriend and girlfriend mentality, because the minute things aren't going our way, the minute our spouses or the people that we're connected to aren't acting right, we want to chuck up the deuces and we want to leave, versus really be like Christ, how he is with his church, and stick through thick and thin, being patient, loving them, all the fruits of the Spirit, you know what I'm saying? So, that's just where I am today. And that's why I'm happy that I'm still single. That's why I'm happy that I'm not getting what I want, how I want. I'm glad that things are happening the way that they're supposed to happen, because it's really giving Nina an opportunity to reflect on her actions, reflect on her heart, and then make the changes accordingly. Because at the end of the day, I can't make my husband come any faster. I can't. And it makes no sense for me to try to rush or force a relationship with another person. It doesn't make any sense, So at this point are you going to trust, or are you going to try to do it your way? And I think that today, I choose to trust. I choose to trust God. And I choose to allow, how God views me, how God sees me, what God thinks of me. That's enough. That's enough. I don't have to try to get some other person to see me as enough. I can't make nobody see me as enough. Other people seeing me as enough, it doesn't really matter. As long as what God sees in me is enough for me, then I can every day just keep on moving forward and living my life, and the promises of God are going to come when they come, and while I wait, I can live my life abundantly. I can live my life resting in God's promises. I can live my life, in peace and not frantic and not, anxious about, no, like, don't worry. So anyways, that's pretty much all that I have to say. I know I kind of jumped from here to there, but what I really, really hope to, encourage you guys is to, rest in God, rest in who he is, and also rest in what he thinks of you, and just come to the end of yourself. And coming to the end of yourself is trusting him. How things may happen in your life, you can't control that, so you might as well just trust him. So all right, y'all, I love you guys. That's pretty much all that I have, and I hope y'all have a good day. Keep praying for me, and I'll be praying for y'all.